Hello, YouTube. Naked Trevor here, back again, talking about more stuff that I love. Today it's going to be Alien Isolation. Just finished the game, and here are my thoughts. A little bit of context: I'm a huge fan of the series. When I was younger, I want to say 11 was the first time that I saw it, and I was a huge fan of the Colonial Marines action figures. I want to say I had them all. This game came out in 2014, and I kind of passed it up. A lot of my friends were playing it, and I knew all about it, but I kind of just didn't care because it was a survival game. And even though it was an alien game, it kind of didn't just. I think I've owned it since 2014, but I never played it up until 2021. So here we are. At the time, I think I was playing like Destiny and Diablo. I think Mario Kart 8 came out that year as well. But fast forward to 2021, I'm into more of these survival horror type games. I've played all these Resident Evil games recently and really enjoyed them. I bought a laptop earlier this year, and one of the game companies, the storefronts, was giving away Alien, so finally, here it is. I'm playing it, and I gotta say, wow, what an amazing game. It was a perfect presentation, a perfect virtual reproduction of the world that they made in that first Alien movie. I can't express how crazy it is to walk around and see everything brought to life in such great detail. It's just incredible. One of the best reproductions of those types of environments. I just never seen anything like it. It's so good. This game and its story, to me, feels like a perfect follow-up to Aliens. I think it was a brilliant idea to base the story around her daughter, giving it that perfect time period of, I think it's 15 years after the first movie, so you can have fun with the different technology. It has all of the same aesthetic, yet you can do things that are new. The story was respectful to the source material and yet creative at the same time. The best parts of the game to me, though, were when it was just you and the alien, hiding from it, those stealth moments, and just learning how to stay away from the AI and it learning how to find you is just a lot of fun getting eaten too, I guess. They had all of the various types of brutal scenes of the alien devouring you, but going to the alien spacecraft, the derelict spacecraft, that chapter was one of the highlights of the game. Absolutely fantastic. I understand why they would do what they did with the androids, making them kind of the cannon fodder. If this is a video game, you gotta have these tropes. But I kind of wish the game would have had the androids or just one android that was maybe a companion throughout the story that you didn't know was an android that at the end is the foe you follow up with after you do defeat the alien, because at one point I thought the game was going to be over. You take out the alien that you spoilers you take out the alien that you've been fighting this whole time. So I was expecting the game to be done, but no, it actually goes on for quite a bit after that. Usually I don't look up to see what to do next in a game or where the game is going next, but at this point I was like, what is happening? I thought the game would be over. I was wondering, so I looked it up, and there's still like 4 or 5 chapters after that. And at first I was a little annoyed. I thought the game could have been over at that point. But it actually gets better. I again don't really like the fact that the androids are just the cannon fodder, but it is a video game. It's a shooter. You gotta shoot stuff. So here we are. You can't. I like that they took the alien seriously, though. The alien is the apex predator, the ultimate killing machine. It is the perfect organism. So it's awesome that the face huggers are just. That's it. They find you, they catch you, you're dead. It's game over. Alien catches you, it's game over. You can fight it off at the fire a few points in the game, but overall, if you're caught, you're done, and that is just exactly how it should be. I love that part of the game for sure, but the androids were really annoying, and I would have had a better time if it was more cerebral. If they had an android that they didn't tell you that was an android, that at the end, you faced off against it in some manner, it would have been more interesting than what they did, in my opinion. I thought that the presentation of the technology and the way that you used it, the motion tracker and the hacking device and your crowbar to open up doors, was all very well done, but some of it felt repetitive after doing it over and over and over in the game. Especially later on in the game, it just felt like a chore. Every time that you came with an obstacle, it was met with the same kind of scenario of some generator or getting some key card and just doing it over, rinse, repeat, and trying to get to the next area, get power to the next area so you can get the door open or whatever it was. It got repetitive. I wish it was less in the game, and it just felt like padding for no real reason to be there other than to make the game longer. The game was full of great moments between you and the alien, and at one point several aliens, but another highlight for me was when you actually get to the Apollo supercomputer. Then you go inside of it, and it's a lot like Mother from the original, and it's just really cool to interact in that environment and walk through it and such. Like, it's just awesome. Another highlight moment for the game. Just fantastic. I thought that the game had a great ending. The whole spacewalk scene when you send the space stations into the gas giant and watching it explode, and actually getting onto the ship, all just fantastically done. The aliens swarm you at the last minute, really excellent. And then that moment when you're in the ship, you think you're safe, and then the alien comes walking out all slow and just looking enormous, ominous, and scary as hell. And it's kind of left ambiguous when you're like, you hit the jettison and you both fly out into space. The game goes dark, and then the ship, you presume that's a ship that comes and rescues her. She wakes up from consciousness or whatever. But I like that it's left ambiguous. It kind of just stops short. This is just perfect for the franchise. It's a great ending. I think they nailed it. So overall, I absolutely recommend the game. If you're a fan of the series, play it for sure. If you're a fan of survival horror, it also is going to fit right up your alley. And overall, if you like sci-fi and just the science fiction presentation of it all, it's really solid, very seamless. There's a very good story that goes along. You definitely root for Ripley. The whole time. They do a great job of making you like her. So yeah, final thoughts. I really did have a great time playing this game. I don't think I'll play it again. Just a lot of it felt frustrating with all the androids following you, and the repetitive parts of the gameplay. I'm good. The highlights, obviously, great time. Would play again. Visiting the derelict spacecraft and the Last Survivor stuff I began to play and thought it was really cool. It's awesome to see the Nostromo brought to life. But yeah, I'm definitely would say I'm glad I played this game. It's a little bit longer than it should be, but overall it's a faithful way to continue the Alien franchise, and it respects what has came before it with moving it further along. So I absolutely recommend it if you're a fan, and overall just a great game. I hope they make another one. We'll see. I've heard a little bit of rumors here and there about them making a follow-up developed by someone else, but either way, we'll see. Thank you guys for watching. Bye-bye.